Sir, shall we start?
Yes, madam.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Hello, everyone. I welcome you all for this grand inauguration of GCT IEEE Student Chapter. I am super excited to be an MC for this grand inauguration of IEEE Student Chapter in Government College of Technology. Excited about the amazing conversations that we are going to have today by the great personalities. To kickstart this inauguration, we would like to start by showing you a short clip of inauguration promo video. First of all, to introduce speakers and chief guests, I would like to call Mukul Saravanan, Chairman of IEEE Student Chapter in GCT, to deliver welcome speech.
Good morning to each and everyone present here. Great things happen when there is gathering of great minds. I, Mukil Saravanan, the GCT Student Branch Chairperson, on behalf of all aspiring researchers, our team, our executive members, welcome our chief guest, Dr. Uma Shankar Subramanian, our alumni, associate professor and a researcher at Prince Sultan University, our principal, Dr. P. Tamarai, head of the ECE and E&I department, Dr. V. Gopalakrishnan, branch counselor of IEEE GCT, Dr. K. Ranjit Kumar, and all our faculties and all our beloved students who have graced their presence and shared their valuable time. Due to the ongoing pandemic, we are not unable to host in the in-person inauguration event, but we are excited to finally bring in the IEEE student chapter to our college. IEEE has been running with flying colors since then it was started, helped uncountable number of researchers, students everywhere, just like us, to excel and innovate technologically for the benefit of humanity. We must be extremely proud to be a part of IEEE. I once again welcome everyone and appreciate your presence wholeheartedly. The event is fully packed with a series of guest lectures and a lot to come. So I hope everyone enjoys the rest of the event. Thank you.
Thank you, Mukul Saravanan, for welcoming the chief guest and the guest speakers. In spite of the virtual meet, I request the chief guest and the guest speakers to light the lamp as a start of new journey of IEEE student chapter in GCT in virtual mode. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says I am possible. The one who encourages and paves way for the students to involve in activities related to technical and research field and motivate us in all levels of our life. Now I call upon Dr. V. Gopalakrishnan, Head of Department of EEE and E&I, to address the gathering.
Very good morning to one and all present here. It gives me an immense pleasure and proud to be here in this August gathering of Government College of Technology IEEE Student Branch Inauguration Ceremony. I welcome and thank our beloved and most respected Principal, Dr. P. Thamarai, for her continuous support and encouragement for all the extracurricular activities in this institution. I welcome and thank our most respected Chief Guest and proudly introducing our alumni from Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department, Government College of Technology, Coimbatore, Dr. Uma Shankar Subramanian, Associate Professor and a Distinguished Researcher in the Renewable Energy Lab, College of Engineering, Prince Sultan University, Riyadh, and a senior member in IEEE. I welcome all the professors, associate professors, and assistant professors of Government College of Technology, Coimbatore. I welcome all the students of Government College of Technology, Coimbatore, and thank their effort. IEEE is one among the international technical organization which is renowned for its achievements in the field of science and technology. The student branch can be a great platform for students to develop new ideas and innovations, which can be contributed to the well-being of the global society. IEEE is a platform where students can enhance and develop networks and various like-minded people around the world technically. The students members of IEEE organization can attend various workshops and conferences of different student branches across the globe. In this way, the overall qualities of the students that are required, their future are improved. They can also avail various schemes and discounts on IEEE products, which are given especially for them. They can also become member of various IEEE societies in their interest of specialization. So I highly encourage and request the students to become the member of the IEEE organization. I would like to appreciate the effort of teachers and students who have been involved in the creation of Government College of Technology IEEE Students Chapter. And I also appreciate the efforts taken by Dr. K. Ranjit Kumar to inaugurate the IEEE Students Chapter in our institution with his main additional responsibility as placement officer. And once again, I thank our principal and the chief guest for their interest and hard work to guide the budding engineers in right direction. Thank one and all. Thank you for the opportunity given. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your views and spending your valuable time with us. Joining us today is a superwoman and an amazing visionary. What's special about her is her leadership quality. Leadership is about inspiring people to do things they never thought they could. As you listen to her stories, you will notice the power she possesses to lead and guide the students in a right path. It reminds me of a quote: a leader is the one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Now I call upon Dr. P. Thamarai, Principal of GCT, to address the gathering.
Very good morning, one and all join in this. Beloved chief guest, alumni of this institution, Uma Shankar Subramaniam, and head of the department, Dr. V. Gopalakrishnan, and all the faculty members and the members of this IEEE. I am very happy and proud to be with you in the inauguration of this student chapter IEEE in GCT Coimbatore. So the effort taken by the head of the department and Dr. Ranjit Kumar is well appreciable because this type of organization will help all the students to share your knowledge and you can know more about what is going on in the outside world. So this chapter I think will give more enlightenment in your future and the students can utilize the opportunity given in IEEE association to improve your quality and knowledge. So I thank everyone and I congratulate the team to do a good job in this IEEE in forthcoming events. And also I thank everyone for the opportunity given to me. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for sparing your valuable time with us. Be strong, be fearless, be beautiful, and believe that anything is possible when you have the right people to guide and support you. The one who stands by our side to make this great initiative a grand one and gives his whole support and dedication to start the successful journey of GCT IEEE Student Chapter. Now I call upon Dr. K. Ranjit Kumar, Branch Counselor of IEEE GCT, to introduce the chief guest.
Thank you. Good morning, all of you. It is my pleasure and great honor to welcome and introduce our chief guest, Dr. Uma Shankar Subramaniam, Associate Professor and Distinguished Researchers in Research Energy Lab, College of Engineering, Prince Sultan University, Saudi Arabia. He co-established the Renewable Energy Lab and directed towards the renewable energy and EV-related research and projects as per the 2030 vision of Saudi Arabia and the United Nations SDGs. He is also a part of 2030 International Steering Committee for Global Ranking and Global Distinct Expert at Global Education Policy Network towards Sustainable Development Goals. He is a co-chair of international workshop and prestigious conferences. Previously, he worked as Associate Professor and Head, Department of Energy, VIT Vellore, having 15 plus years of teaching and research, industrial R&D experience. Also, he worked as Senior R&D Engineer and Senior Application Engineer in the field of power electronics, renewable energy, and electrical drives in top companies like GE Energy, Actron. He had also taken leadership roles like Department Head, Ranking and Accreditation, COE Establishment, Universities Purchase Committee, and Rooftop Solar PV Installation, Industry Engagement, Placement and Internship, Digital Lecture and Online Courses, and Industry Collaborative Project, and Vice Chairman of IEEE Professional Societies. He is a senior member in IEEE and member of PES and IST. He is an ExCom member of IEEE PES Saudi Arabia from 2021 and organizing member for IEEE PELSIS 2021. He held a position as Vice Chair IEEE Meta Section and Chair IEEE Student Activities from 2018 and 2020. He was an executive member and Vice Chair of IEEE Meta Section Young Professional from 2017 by the IEEE Meta Section. He has published more than 250 plus research papers in national and international journals and conferences. He has also co-authored 12 books and chapters and 12 technical articles on power electronic applications in renewable energy and allied areas. He is an editor of IEEE Access, Springer, Elsevier, and Wiley, and other high-impact fact journals. He received Stanford's Innovation Award Mentor and during 2014 and 15 and 2017-18 Research Award from VIT University during 2013-18. Also, he received INAE Summer Research Fellowship for the year 2014. Under his guidance, 24 PG students and more than 25 UG students completed the project work. He also guided 6 PhD scholars in collaboration with the industry. He also has done collaborative industry research projects like a sustainable PhD campus, sustainable microgrid development at Saudi Arabia and in India, AI-based prediction and condition monitoring, AI-based fault diagnostic, power quality audit in Southern Railway, EMI, EMC in solar PV inverter, power quality analysis of industries with Infosys, Bangalore, Emerge Energy, Chennai, wind solar hybrid system sponsored by MNRE with the CWET, Gaitar, VIT, Stanford's Joint Energy Management Project, Smart Energy Metering, E-Mobility and Charging Infrastructure for EVs funded by industries. So it shall be an honor to again welcome him to this celebrating moment and our gratitude to have him with us again. I wish this inaugural function a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful intro about our chief guest. People with great passion can make the impossible happen. He is a living example of that. Being a senior IEEE member and passionate in the field of renewable energy as a researcher, he could fill a gap between a student and a research enthusiast. Now I call upon Dr. Umashankar Subramaniam, an alumni of GCT, Associate Professor and Researcher in Prince Sultan University, to share his experience in the field of research and being a senior IEEE member and its benefits.
So thank you so much for this wonderful event. So my gratitude to my alma mater GCT for this wonderful initiation. So first of all, I would like to thank our principal, ma'am, for your continuous support in organizing this. And I would like to thank our head of the department as well as branch counselor of this IEEE student chapter, as well as all the members of this particular IEEE student chapter, including chairman and other student members and volunteers, for your wonderful effort to bring this wonderful chapter in the Government College of Technology. So first of all, so when I visited India 3 months back, so I got a call, and so I have been informed, like, so they are going to start the IEEE student chapter in India. So this has been possible with the help of the alumni interaction which held on April, I think so. So this is a really wonderful effort by the Professor Dr. Ranjit, as well as his team, for this IEEE student chapter to come in through. So when you think about the IEEE student chapter, so there are a lot of events possible, and there is an opportunity for students as well as the faculty member to participate in various activities, as well as interact with the peer IEEE members as well as experts in the IEEE all over the world. So you, if you are a member, you have the opportunity to interact through the app. The IEEE, they have given the dedicated app for this, so you can easily approach anyone. With the recent technology development, especially the COVID has bring us very close by using this online tools, and this is not possible without this, right? So the technology is one important thing, and which helps us to execute each and everything whatever is needed now. And today is a very a special day. In fact, in this special day, I'm happy to participate in this inaugural address of this IEEE student chapter. It is none other than IEEE Day. So every year during the first week of October, we celebrate the IEEE Day celebrations. So luckily and exactly it fall on October 5 today, and during this IEEE Day, we are inaugurating this new student chapter in the GCT in my alma mater. So I'm also much happy that being a volunteer, and so I held various positions in the IEEE. So it's happy to be part of this, and happy to guide whatever is required for executing different activities as well as the events. And professor has pointed out regarding the funding as well. So I encourage the student committee to search for the fundings, especially for the projects, as well as if you want to organize various workshops or seminars. So for that also you have a lot of funding available. So I suggest you keep in touch with the IEEE Madras section. So Dr. So he's the chairman at present, Dr. Kumurappan. So he's very supporting chairman, and especially he's giving a lot of funding also nowadays. I hope so. So so in that case, so please keep in touch, and you have one dedicated email ID for your IEEE student chapter, and you just to make a group out of it and have various events and keep motivating all the students to involve and participate in this. Also, so whatever the help needed for this student chapter, so I'm ready to do it. Because earlier when I was in India working in VIT, so I directly came to GCT for various activities. So I have supported. So since I'm in abroad, so how much is possible, so I can support the my alma mater as well as the IEEE student chapter. So with this note, so I would like to thank each and everyone for your dedication for inaugurating this IEEE student chapter. At the same time, my gratitude to my alma mater as well as the principal ma'am, head of the department, as well as the branch counselor. So and the chairman and the committee members of this IEEE student chapter. So with this note, thank you so much for this wonderful invite. So we will keep in touch and for many activities in the future.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your wiseful thoughts with us. Sir, could you speak about the how to start a research field by being a student, or how to approach a research field in that kind of?
Yeah, definitely. So being a undergraduate engineering student, so you have a special categories in the research, like undergraduate research. So especially you can start your research from your third year onwards. This is what my suggestion. So maybe the first and second year is to make yourself settle in the course as well as to understand the basics. So from third year onwards, you can start participating in the research. So for doing the research, I suggest there are a lot of networking and collaboration platforms are available. So one of the platform is IEEE. And other platforms you can utilize is the LinkedIn. That is another good way of interacting with uh, researchers and all the faculty members around the world. The next thing is about the industry related research. So if you want to do some industry related research, so I suggest to go for some uh, industrial projects, okay, during the winter or summer in the third year. So because anyway you are going to do the final year project in the either in the college or in the industry. So it's better if you approach the industry in the third year, so you will get connected with the industry and they themselves they give the problem statement, so you no need to search the problem statement. So that's what the advantage of going with the industry. So there are a lot of industries available in Coimbatore itself. So now you have like boiler companies are there, motor companies are there, like LG, and there are Robert Bosch. So they are into automotive domain. So there you have a lot of opportunities. Apart from that, you have Wipro is there. Then some solar companies also they have recently started in Coimbatore area. So likewise, you have a much approach in Coimbatore itself. So apart from that, southern India, you have a lot of industries in Chennai and Bangalore. So in this way, you can do industry-related research. That's what my suggestion. So choose the industry-related research that could give a better visibility and the recent problem statements. So they will give the recent problem statements. Then another way is your institution itself, a lot of doctorates are there. So they are doing the PhD and some of the master students also there. So you can join with them. Maybe you can check with your professors so that they will be guiding their students. So as an initial experience in the research, so you can start like this. So you can get the guide, and you can work under them or work under one particular PhD student. So it will give more and more information about this, okay, in the research. So all these way you can get into the research domain. Okay, so maybe you start with your own institution itself, then you approach the industry, or you approach some other external collaborators in the abroad. Okay, so these are the ways. I hope so my answer is satisfying with you.
Yes, thank you, sir. One of the participants have posted a question in the chat box, which is, could you please explain about how and what you learned from IEEE the most, sir? How did it shape you, sir?
So initially, every one of us, what we do is we do not have any exposure earlier, especially in my days. So we don't have much media as well as social media. Nothing was there. But now you have a lot of social media and in front of you, and the COVID has bring you everything behind your laptop, right? In front of your laptop, so you have a much easy access now, right? So what I suggest is the IEEE platform will give you wonderful opportunity to interact with the peers in IEEE, okay, even the experts in the IEEE. So in that way, this is one of the factors, so where I got more and more interaction as well as expert opinions. Okay, so and initially we started the activities like you only, so some small activities in the student branch in VAT. So then we started with interacting with the industries for IEEE student activities. Then I had an opportunity to contest in IEEE Young Professional. So I hope so. IEEE Young Professional is one of the society or group under the IEEE. So being a student, you are more opt for this IEEE Young Professional. And even after your graduation also, you can continue in the IEEE Young Professional. So now if you check the IEEE Young Professional, a lot of youngsters are there in the committee, okay, in the IEEE Madras section committee. So there you have a lot of opportunity to interact with high level or next level peoples, okay. And the later on, I have been got the opportunity to contest with the IEEE Madras section election, and I got the vice chair also. And in that, I got a good experience and opportunity to meet the global level leaders like IEEE presidents, various presidents, and the current IEEE president who is contesting in the election. Then various directors of the regions. Okay, IEEE you have a 1 to 10 regions, so various regions. So now, if you look at it after relocating to Saudi, so I had the opportunity to join an IEEE Power and Energy Society committee. And so now I am the executive member of, means one of the committee member in the Saudi section. So in this way, so you will get opportunity, and you have to rightly utilize the opportunity in each and every stage. Okay. So in this way, I got this path. So where I travel from my graduation to till date. Okay. So I hope so. This gives a clear idea about this, right?
Yes, sir, definitely. There is another question they have posted as, how do we get research internship in abroad, being an IEEE member?
Research internship nowadays, it's possible because most of the location they are providing the virtual internships. For example, you can sit in your home itself and you can do the research. So that's what the advancement happened during this COVID or after COVID also. So in this scenario, you can approach the industries. Okay. So if you want to approach the industry, you should have some skills, right? So that skill you improve it maybe during the first 2 years. Okay. because especially after the second year, you need to apply for the internship or industry visit or industrial training. So those things and all, you need to start from third year onwards. Or if you are planning for higher studies, you need to start from third year. Okay. For example, GRE, TOEFL, if you want to do some masters, okay, in abroad, so that also you need to start from your third year. So industry internship, so I suggest you try mostly in the local instead of abroad, because if they permit online internship, it is fine, but otherwise it's very tough to get it involved. Okay. So you can approach the local industries. So I suggested some industries, or you might be knowing about industries in Bangalore or Chennai, and it's good that your professor itself is the placement officer, so he might be having a very good contact with industries as well. Okay, so it's a very good opportunity for you having such a professor in as a IEEE counselor, and he is also the placement officer. So hope his contacts will help you also. Is it okay?
Yeah, yes, sir. Definitely okay. You are sharing your wiseful thoughts with us. No, thank you, sir. There is another question, sir. How to approach an industrial experts for my research? What are the qualifications industry may expect?
Industry, they expect as an undergraduate only the fundamental skills. So if you are good in fundamental, especially the first 2 years, if you have a very good basement in your courses as well as your curriculum, it's good. So they don't expect more beyond that, being an undergraduate student. So this is what they will expect mostly. Okay, so they will just check whether you are fundamentally good or not. Okay, the fundamental basic skills is very important. That's it. Apart from that, they will expect whether you are coming forward for any activities, or whether you have experience in organizing events, or whether you are able to mingle with the group. Okay, involve yourself in the group activities, teamwork. So those things only they will expect in the initial stages, being undergraduate.
Thank you, sir. There is another question that.
Before
Sir,
going to that, I have two more points also. For example,
Okay.
mini projects are the projects which the industry is having currently a lot of requirement. For example, IoT, okay, or renewable energy, or VLSI design, or electronics design. Okay, so such cutting edge technologies, if you done some mini project, it will be well and good before approaching the industry. Yes, Professor, you wanted to say something.
Yes, sir. Sir, thank you for your valuable suggestions and answered for all the queries students raised. Apart from that, we, as an IEEE branch counselor, we have just initiated this and, these activities for UG. So previously, so we will be doing all the activities with the help of PG, but this time students have very much eager to join the IEEE members, UG students. And so we'd like to have some events, IEEE events
Okay.
for the students. What kind of event we can organize for the UG at UG level, so that more IEEE member can benefit from this, from our GCP student chapter.
Yeah, so there are two ways of organizing events. So one is through your local IEEE student chapter, that means in GCT. The second one is from the Madras section, you will get a frequent call for. For example, they will organize some hackathon, they will organize some project contest, okay, yearly project contest. And you can apply for some workshops or seminars or conferences for funding also to IEEE Madras section. So IEEE Madras section have a fund allocation for each and every student branch. and depending on the number of students, okay, members currently they have active, okay. So based on that, you will get some money as well, okay. So if you have, for example, 50 members, so accordingly you will get some fund for doing some activities. So this fund doesn't require any pre-requirements, okay. So if you have active members, so you can get this fund. Second thing is, if you want to organize some events, you can. There is a website available for IEEE Madras section. In that, you can find one section called apply for sponsorship or funding, okay, for various events. So that's just, we need to download that form and fill the form and submit to the IEEE Madras section by email. Okay, so this is enough. So for getting the fund. Second thing is India level, India Council level, they will give a call for various events. So what we need to do is either maybe you can join in the IEEE group, Madras section group, so that you will get regular emails. Okay. And second thing is you can join in Facebook or LinkedIn and IEEE, so that many such information they are sharing in that. Also, there is one WhatsApp group. So maybe I hope Ranjit sir is in the group, because I'm in the group in the IEEE Madras section. Maybe if you are not in the group, maybe you can request Dr. Komurappan, chairman of IEEE Madras section, so that he will add your number, so that you will get all the information related to funding. Okay, so these are the ways. So hope so you got the idea. Like, so locally you can conduct, as well as Madras section level you can get some call for. And similarly, India Council also, they will give some call for. Then IEEE Region 10, that means the Region 10 means the Asia Pacific region. They will also give some call for. And apart from that, the global IEEE website also, you can find like some of the student project or global humanitarian involvements or projects. For example, giving solar lights for the rural area where you don't have access. For example, Anaikatti, like hillside, if they don't have any electricity. So you can plan some activities. So for that, you can approach the IEEE humanitarian committee, so that you can get the fund. Okay, so there are a lot of such opportunities are there, okay, for getting the funds. So in fact, I also have one, means when I was in IEEE Madras section, so we had one presentation also, like which are the various funding available for the student chapters. So I will share that also.
Thank you for your valuable information and suggestions, sir. So we will, I think we'll take all your suggestions and to move the IEEE in a right direction and improve our IEEE activities. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Because especially in India only, these things and all happening very quickly, and
Professor as well as
a team for the inauguration of this IEEE student chapter. So which was a dream in my days, and now you guys have done it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. There is one more question which are posted is, what if I don't have proper lab facilities locally to carry on my research? How could IEEE help me in that case?
Actually, nowadays, being a student, you no need to have much lab facilities, okay? Because all the technology is in front of you. Okay, whatever you want, you can use it. If you want to program it, you can do it in your system itself. So likewise, you have a lot of facilities. So you try to get the exposure with that. Then maybe from third year onwards, you can start. Suppose if you still need a lab facility, or you want to do some hardware kind of thing, yeah, you can still approach some of your neighbor institutions, or you can visit virtual labs, which is the one of the finest motivation from the government of India. So they have introduced the virtual labs. So IITs and IIScs, they have brought this virtual lab facility. So you can work in the virtual lab also. And apart from that, maybe the day before yesterday or yesterday, I have seen IIT Delhi, they have introduced a central research facility. Okay, suppose in your winter or summer, if you want to do lab research, I think you can apply the IIT Delhi, so you can go and do the research for your summer or winter break. Okay, so that kind of facilities you can easily attain it.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. There is one more participant who is asking which is better, US patent or an Indian patent?
Maybe initially I suggest you to go with the Indian patent, because US patent, they have a lot of formalities. You need consultants. Okay, so you cannot directly approach. The consultants are required, and the huge money you have to spend. Okay, so I don't suggest being a student to spend the huge money. Maybe at the end of your final year project, if you get something, or when you're joining some industry after your graduation, then you can file a US patent.
Thank you, sir. Participants, if you have any doubts, you can unmute yourself and ask. So there is a participant who is asking, do you work in any robotics projects, sir?
No, so basically I'm from a pure electrical background, so I didn't have opportunity to work on robotics. So from the beginning itself, so I didn't have an opportunity.
Okay, sir. Is there any doubts, participants?
So good morning, sir. So I wanted
Morning.
to ask about the Women in Engineering Society. So how does it benefit? So what's the difference between the normal societies and the Women in Engineering Society?
So I hope so. Recently, also they have one particular event happened, especially for the women who had a break in their career, as well as the young women so who want to pursue a career in the industry. So a lot of companies in India, they have organized this event. So IEEE Women in Engineering, you will get such an opportunity. Okay, so you will have opportunity to meet the global level as well as industry level. Okay, so why this interaction or what is it, networking? Okay, so the networking, why it is important, because you will get more opportunity to meet the experts or the industry people, or you may get a chance to explain your projects to an industry person. Okay, so in order to get some internship or industry project like that, so all are opportunities only. So it's something like your travel. Okay, so during your travel you meet various people, and you may experience various situations. So it's something like this. So it's like a travel. So like me, so how I travel from a small place in Tirchangodu, Namakkal district, to here. So it's like a travel. So I suggest, if you wish, you can start Women in Engineering also in GCT.
Thank you, sir. There, one more participant is asking, does IEEE membership gives me access to any paid software for free?
No such opportunity now available, because IEEE is a non-profit organization. So whatever the materials or publications from the IEEE, only you can have access, and that too, if it is a subscription based, then you cannot access. But other than
Okay,
that,
sir.
you will have a lot of useful technical materials you can access.
Sir, through the chapter, we can't get any softwares for free, like for a certain month of period, like that.
No, no, no. As of now, there is no such facilities available because IEEE, it is not a company. So it's an organization. So where they collaborate each other and they are making as a group to work for each other. Okay. So here
Okay,
you
sir.
cannot expect like that, but through the contacts of the IEEE, if you get an opportunity to have access to some other university or some other abroad university, so then it's a good.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Participants, is there any doubts?
Good morning, sir. And did you feel that IEEE made you to do your research on a global basis, sir? And if so, in what ways did your global connection help you enhance your ideas, sir?
Yes, of course. That's what I said. It is a travel. So whenever you get an opportunity, grab the opportunity to experience it and explore it. Okay. So likewise, as a student, you will get limited opportunity to meet your local experts, the local peers. Okay. Likewise, whenever you reach or if you get to the next level, so automatically you can able to or you are able to meet the next level people also. So it's a step by step approach or the process only. So you cannot directly access, but sometimes you may get an opportunity to directly meet the directors, being a committee member, okay, or being a leader in a leadership role if you're taking like a chairman or president of such a chapter, or if you are in IEEE Women's Society, or if you are in any specific society like Power and Energy or Industrial Application Society or Robotics Society or Vehicular Technology Society. So many societies are there. Okay, maybe according to your area of interest or your area of research, you can choose the societies also. And being a student member, you have the opportunity to be a committee member in a Madras section level or India Council level or Region 10 level also. I'm not clear with this question. IEEE fellowship, but I don't know what is the meaning of this.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah.
Sir, you said robotics and other societies, no, sir. How to get in contact with them and how to start working along with them, sir? Ask fellowship in that meaning, sir.
You want to start a society chapter also?
Sir, no, sir. Working with them or getting information, knowledge from them, working along with them, sir.
You have the details available in the IEEE Madras section. So for each section, they have chairman for each society, or vice chairman will be available. Or you can directly have approach to the global presidents also. So there is no barrier to meet each and every level. So you can easily approach them. Okay. But before approaching them, you should have some strong background. That means your fundamentals. Then you should have some mini project or experience. Okay, it's better required.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, there is one more question that would you prefer publishing a research paper in a journal or presenting it in a conference? And what about the
So
cost of publishing?
both I suggest, because a conference means not only the written communication skill, but also the oral communication. Okay, spoken skills. Okay, so for that only you can use supposed to attend some conferences. Okay, so that you will get some exposure. So it will give a very good communication skills. Okay, improving. Okay, and not only that, conference you will get an opportunity to meet experts. Okay, in person. That's why the people are going for conference. Conference means mostly it's in networking, not only you are sharing your knowledge, but also networking. Okay, whereas a journal is completely different. So you want to publish your findings, okay, or new innovative ideas, then you can prefer journals. There are a lot of free journals available now. You don't prefer paid journals. Okay, go and submit in free journals. Maybe your professors might be having a link, or they might be knowing in the specific area where you can publish the journals.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your ideas and clearing all our doubts with your enlightened knowledge. And thanks for accepting our invitation and giving your valuable presence to us. So much thankful to you, sir.
Thank you, everyone. So hopefully, I congratulate each and everyone for this wonderful event, as well as I wish all of you to have more and more activities.
Sure, sir, sure. Now, we are happy to reveal the committee members of GCT IEEE Student Chapter. Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. Talent wins games, but the teamwork and the intelligence wins championship. To give brief explanation about the motto and objective of GCT IEEE Student Chapter, I call upon Treasurer of IEEE Student Chapter in GCT, Suchitra, to deliver the presentation.
So, good morning, everyone. Let me talk about the general motto or objective of IEEE. It is the world's largest professional association dedicated to advancing technological innovation and excellence for the benefit of humanity. IEEE and its members inspire a global community through IEEE's highly cited publications, conferences, technology standards, and professional and educational activities. Now, connecting with the objective of IEEE GCT student branch, it aims to enrich the research culture in our college, enlighten the knowledge about the patent, provide better practical knowledge on subjects, and to cite publications, conferences, technology standards, and professional and educational activities.
Thank you, Suchitra, for your wonderful presentation. Now I call upon Dr. V. Gopalakrishnan, HOD of EEE and E&I, to accept the memento for giving his valuable presence to us. Sir, Sir, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Okay, then we move back. Now I call upon Dr. Umashankar Subramaniam to accept the memento for his valuable presence to us. Sir, please accept the memento. Okay, they might left the meeting. Okay, we can go to next. Finally, I call upon Mukul Saravanan, Chairman of IEEE Student Chapter in GCT, to address vote of thanks. Before that, we kindly ask the participants to fill the opinion form for what our GCT student branch to be followed to next, like webinar or conference like that.
Yeah, I, on the side of GCT IEEE student branch, I'm delighted to propose the vote of thanks. I would want to express my sincere gratitude to our principal, Dr. P. Tamarai, who spares her precious time with us despite our busy schedule and enlightened with her inspiring speech. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to extend my hearty thanks to Dr. V. Gopalakrishnan sir for his wonderful speech. It was really great hearing you, sir. I would especially thank our branch counselor, Dr. K. Ranjit Kumar, for his excellent, detailed speech and his support and motivation given to our students and for making this event possible. I thank you, sir. I'm also very glad to wholeheartedly thank our honorable chief guest, Dr. Umashankar Subramanian, for joining us all the way from Saudi Arabia and delivering the excellent speech about the current scenario in the technology and his experience and valuable advices and suggestions. Thank you, sir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, an event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels started rolling back a week ago. It required planning and a bird's eye for a detail. So we have been fortunate enough to back up with a team of very motivated and dedicated people. Thank you, everyone. Finally, I genuinely thank all of the students and faculty present here and making this whole event wonderful and memorable. As I, a chairman, wanted to add that we have already started working on future events and activities. So keep on our LinkedIn page for further updates. I wish you have a wonderful afternoon ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Mukul Saravanan. I ask all the participants to fill the event expectation form.
I kindly ask everyone to please fill the feedback form, which is you can find it in the chat.
Mugil, do you have any other event continuation of this?
No, sir, this is the last, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you all the who have support for your support and organizing this, this wonderful function. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.